Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today our topic is structure and function of ear. As you know, ear is the organ of hearing. Ear provide us the information around the world. So today we will discuss the ear. Ear is basically the combination that transfer the sounds. Sound is actually mechanical movement of air molecules in a particular wave pattern. The waves produced by this movement of molecule are known as sound waves. The sound waves travel through the air. We have the two important parts, the frequency and the amplitude, that transfer the sound waves to the inner parts of the ear. The structure of the ear. Ear has basically three main parts: external ear, middle ear, and inner ear. Firstly, we will discuss the external ear. External ear has further three parts: pinna, auditory canal, and eardrum. Pinna, the external visible soft cartilage structure, is called the pinna. It collects the sound waves and transfer it to the auditory canal. Auditory canal is approximately 2.5 centimeter long and 7 mm in diameter. It has fine ears that prevents the entrance of dust particles and insects into the air. Then the sound waves transfer to the eardrum. Eardrum is basically the membrane that divides the external ear from the middle ear. This membrane is thin, semi-translucent, and blue-gray in shape. Then moving towards the middle ear has three bones: hammer, anvil, and stria. Collectively, these are called the ossicles. The hammer bone is the first bone, the anvil one of the smallest bone of the middle ear. It is attached almost vertically to the inner side of the tympanic membrane and is visible through in the last one in stria. Eustachian tube. From the floor of the middle ear, there passes downwards an air passage that is called the Eustachian tube. It slowly absorbs the air in it, and this would cause a decrease in air pressure in that cavity if the Eustachian tube did not admit air and so equalize the pressure on both sides of the eardrum. If this tube gets blocked by several cold or any other external problem, the absorption of air takes place, the pressure in the middle ear falls, the tympanic membrane becomes tense and is unable to vibrate, and the result is in deafness. The Eustachian tube is not permanently open, but it opens for a short time during swallowing. The internal ear. The internal ear has basically the three parts: the cochlea, oval window, round window, semicircle canals, and auditory nerve. Cochlea is the most important part in the inner ear, where sound waves become neural impulses. When sound wave passes beyond the oval window, they are in the inner ear. Cochlea is a tubular fluid-filled structure that is coiled up like a snail. It contains actual receptor cells for hearing. Cochlea has basically two openings. One is the oval window and the other is the round window. Both these are directed towards the middle ear. These windows are involved in transmission of sound waves to inner ear so that they can be processed and transferred to auditory nerve. The other part is the semicircle canal. Semicircle canal are basically the fluid-filled structure that is involving in hearing and maintaining the balance of the body. The balance of the body is basically maintained through the semicircle canal. Basically, the fluid that is moving in the semicircle canals in involving our body balance. Then auditory nerve. The last one is the auditory nerve. Auditory nerve is basically the nerve that transfer all the sound waves, neural impulses to the brain so that we can understand what is saying and the person who is saying what is he or she. We can recognize people by their voices. We can recognize people by their words. Some words that we can like, some words that we cannot like. All these process of liking and disliking basically process in our brain. The temporal lobes that are present at above the ear in our brain are basically the responsible for the hearing. If the temporal lobe is damaged, the hearing of anybody can be affected. Thank you so very much for your watching. Kindly like and subscribe our channel and push the bell icon button for more updates.